What is up, party people? I'm your gorgeous host, Dylan Branscombe, and I have a few exciting announcements for the future of HRR. But first, we want to thank you all for 2 years of Hog Rider Radio. We started this channel on a whim 2 years ago, and since then we have loved making content for you guys to enjoy. Whether it be 10 of you watching our WrestleMania 40 preview or nearly 2,000 of you guys watching our Game Awards reactions, we appreciate you wanting to spend any amount of your day to watching a ragtag group of nerds talk about literally anything. We truly love you all, and thank you for your support to this channel, even if our upload schedule makes 0 sense. Now for some announcements for the rest of 2024. Many podcasts will come out before the end of the year, but none of these I announce will have a date, in true Hog Rider Radio fashion. For TV shows, reviews for Agatha All Along, hosted by me, HBO's The Penguin, hosted by Ethan, and Arcane Season 2, hosted by Braven, will be happening. As for movies, the review for Joker 2, hosted by Ethan, will be uploaded soon. Reviews for Gladiator 2, Venom, The Last Dance, and Kraven the Hunter, all hosted by me, will be happening as well. Video games are our main topic, and there will be plenty to talk about before the end of the year, alongside our reviews coming out in the next week or so, which include Black Myth Wukong, Astro Bot, Warhammer, Star Wars Outlaws, and a Kingdom Hearts retrospective. There are a few left for us to cover. A Call of Duty Black Ops 6 review hosted by me will be uploaded, and Assassin's Creed Shadows will get a review hosted by Braven. Now for our final announcements regarding our streams. We will be having a stream where we will chill and build Legos, answering questions from you guys about literally anything. We are also planning to have a stream in late December, where the crew will get together to play one of the most anticipated games of 2024, Marvel Rivals. Mark your calendars for December 12th, 2024, as we will stream our second annual Game Awards reaction stream on our Twitch. You guys loved the last stream, and we hope to have the same turnout this time around, so come hang out with us for a night to celebrate this year's greatest games. And that's it. We are so excited to spend even more time with you guys, and we hope to continue to entertain you and improve our show even more. Thank you all, and I love you guys, but you have to say it back. All right, peace. What is up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Hog Rider Gaming. I'm your gorgeous host. Whoa, what was that?
What?
I swore I heard like a very strong inhale. Like a was it that?
I just sniffed.
Bro, it scared me. I thought you were going to try and do something. I was like, what's going on? Anyways, I'm your gorgeous host, Dylan Branscombe, and to my right is the married, three-eyed Raven, Braven Arrington.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
How are you doing? I haven't seen you in so long.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I saw you last night, but like first time in a while.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good, actually, right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Trying to think what has really happened. And, well, that I can say.
Oh. He's got some secrets for us.
I do have some secrets for y'all, but
We're not going to talk about that
we're
yet.
not going to talk about that for
That's
a
neither
minute.
here
In
or
due
there.
time.
Wow.
In due time.
In due time.
Oh, I started Avengers Academy last night.
Yeah, D&D.
That was so
Fun.
cool.
It was awesome.
That's fun.
I started that last night, and I'm very excited for that story to unfold and everything like that. James's character is my favorite character.
It's
I'm
so
sorry.
mine too.
I'm sorry. He's my favorite character. I'm gonna say it. Like we introduce, like they're all on the bus. They're going to the academy, and this man is the most awkward man because he goes, "Hi, hey, hello," because he's playing a Spire-like character, like Spider-Man, and like a web slinger, and they're always awkward. He does it perfectly. It's too accurate, and it's scary. But yeah, let's say that's I think the thing I'm proud of the most right now that I can say that Academy went really well last night for the first session.
Good.
And I hope to continue that trend, and I hope more people will join the play.
Chad's off screen.
Chad's off screen.
We couldn't afford a Chad camera, so he's just over there. To my left, would you mind giving the mic to my lovely friend here? Hog Rider Radio's IT
thank you.
department.
Yeah,
James.
IT James. Let's go.
How are you
For
doing
real.
today, James?
Doing pretty all right.
You hosted Warhammer.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I've hosted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Pushed into it.
Yeah,
I kinda
It
did.
was a thing where like I'm not a part of the Warhammer one, so it was like
Yeah.
well, who's hosting it? And then we talked to Ethan. Ethan was like, I can host it. And then there was Canaan, and then there was James, and we just ended up on James. I don't know. I'm not really sure how.
He knows the most about it.
That was really good, though. I'm gonna say that.
It was
'Cause
good.
I'm in it as well. You did really
It was
good.
good.
So if you want to see me host that for the first time, go watch that video.
Go watch that video.
Go watch that video.
Exactly.
Go watch the video. They talk about Warhammer for 25 minutes. It's great. Really good time. But next to James is the OG Bearded Pog
Yeah.
champ, Canaan Justice.
Whatever.
It's me.
How you doing? I like your shirt.
Yeah.
Radon Festival.
The Radon
Goes hard.
Festival.
Like it. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Keep it short and sweet. He's like, I'm doing okay. I'm
mean,
doing good.
I can't complain.
Hey,
So.
hey, that's the
Must
way to
be.
live life.
Mm-hmm.
Never complain.
L-I-B-I.
Keep living. Next to him is the Bearded Pog champ, not the OG. He doesn't need that mic. He has one right there. And it's okay,
Yeah,
buddy.
whatever.
We're working on 4 mics. We're supposed to have a 5th one, but things didn't work out.
I'm looking right at the person that's supposed to give it to me right now. I'm looking right at you.
Ethan Justice.
I'm gonna tell him to go to
Bearded
this
Pog
video.
champ. How you doing?
Doing good. I just started, college back.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult right now, but it's okay. I'll make it. Start a new job,
Mm.
Pretty good.
Okay, awesome. Well, if you didn't know, this is Hog Rider Gaming. This is usually where 4 guys talk about video games, but now we have 5. So a little bit more than usual. We talk about video game news, video game reviews, all sorts of stuff like that, anything to do with video games in general. But today, the topic of the show is Astro Bot. 2024 released. I think developer was Team Asobi.
Yes.
And published by PlayStation, of course. The first PS5 game, people are calling it, which is very interesting. Yeah, so we all played it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us finished this, some of us haven't. I'm going to start with Braven. Where are you at in Astro Bot?
Oh,
And
I
what do you think
platinumed
of it?
that. I'm done. Here's the thing. I've already restarted the game as well
Mhm.
on the 3rd save. My wife.
My wife.
But I say you've seen her later videos. You can go back and see the video where they we talked to her. But she's currently finishing it. She has the last secret world, and then the final boss, and then she is done as well.
Oh, is she 100% in that game?
She might 100% it before you do.
Yeah, for real.
Probably.
Probably my 100% before you even finish it.
Hello. Okay, so
What?
oh, it's disconnecting some. Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to talk to Seb about that.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, I'm about to say I platinumed the game. I put me and Brittany both combined put a total of 25 hours in or something like that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that game is great.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
The best game
the best game.
this year, probably.
Okay.
Other than
The
like
game.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
Like that's probably it's up there, man. It is up there, and you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
Well, we'll talk about it in a second, of course. I'll say my thoughts soon.
Oh yeah.
But I just what else, what are your thoughts? Besides, it's great.
I'm trying to go non-spoiler first, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is non-spoiler portion.
yeah, this is not spoiler portion, but like just the gameplay of how it works and like you get the different different abilities going through. I think it's really neat and new, and a lot more challenging than the playroom.
Astro's Playroom.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
Especially those void worlds. Gosh.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's just I think this is game of the year contender for me. So yeah, it's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite game this year. So
Nice.
yeah.
You wouldn't mind handing the mic off to my friend here? James, where are you at in Astro Bot, and how do you feel about it right now?
100% platinum.
Nice.
In about between 10 and 15 hours.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy, but the game just incredibly inventive. I really enjoyed the new aspects that they added to it, building off of Playroom.
Mhm.
I definitely think they did a good thing with this one.
Definitely a good thing.
Such very
Here's headline
good
from James. They did a good thing with this one.
Yeah, they did a good thing. Yeah.
That's good. All right, Canaan, where are you at with Astro Bot, and what do you think?
All right, so I haven't completed it yet. I'm one that likes to go between games so I don't get too much burnout with one particular game.
Brother and you are very similar in that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to hang.
But even if I haven't finished the game, I know this is it's a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time I go into it, I just got a big smile on my face. I find all these different characters on there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the Bloodborne person.
Yeah.
But and then you get to play as some of them. I won't ruin any of those.
Yeah.
But
Bless you, Chad.
I mean, it's a good time.
Nice.
It's fun. It's easy to get into, obviously, and there's not really a story to it. But like,
I mean, there is, but not
Not really.
You got the alien takes the thing. You got to go get the thing. You know, story.
Close enough, I guess.
Nice.
But yeah, it's fun.
All right, Ethan, where are you at in Astro Bot, and what do you think of it?
I have completed the story.
Okay.
Let me.
Oh, I did have his phone up. Amateur.
Amateur.
I'm gonna open my phone up.
7 hours into it.
Okay.
So my thing is, it's just, first off, it's a video game about video games.
Yeah.
And like the love for video games, I've said this multiple times. It's so obvious in there. Like they love what they're doing. They love what like other video games have done. And like James said, it's just there's so many points where I'm like, I would have never thought of that. That
Mhm.
is so creative. That is so inventive.
Yeah.
Just like the different mechanics they had in the game. It's just
Okay. All right. Well, now it's my turn to talk about it. So I have beaten Astro Bot. I have platinumed Astro Bot after about 18 hours, and some of that has been endgame stuff. I've been trying to get all the gotcha lab things. I haven't got all of those yet.
You haven't?
I'm at like 158 or something like that, or 169. But I can say, Astro Bot is my game of the year as of right now. The things this game does, not only just gameplay-wise, but gameplay fitting into the DualSense controller. I'm not really a huge fan of haptic triggers sometimes, but there's something of the way that Astro Bot does it.
mm-hmm.
Like that just really fits what this game is, and it's just a showcase of now because Astro's Playroom was like a showcase of the PS5, and this is a showcase of PlayStation overall, like characters, console parts. Even Astro's Playroom kind of touched on that, but like this also like you're getting parts from a PlayStation and putting them back into the PS5.
Yep.
Like it's such a simple concept, and you think you get it, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be a fun game, whatever, and then you play it, and it's just like, what in the world? Like, we talk about the love for video games, obviously. There are certain points in this game where you go to these other PlayStation worlds, and we knew this from the get-go that this would happen. You go to these PlayStation worlds, and you're playing as some of these characters, and it's not necessarily like the big things that matter. And we'll talk about this a little more, like in the spoilers part. Spoilers part. God, spoilers part. Goodness gracious. Sorry, it's been a while. But like the big things obviously are like, whoa, that's from this.
Yeah.
But then it's like the small things that they do that like really stand out. Where I'm like, wow, they really cared about.
The attention. to detail.
Really, it feels like I'm playing the game again,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not. It feels like there's certain gameplay aspects that happen. Like that reminds me of when I played that game and I did this thing, and it's the same feeling. It feels the same when I do an Astro Bot versus when I did it in the game that it's referencing. So, of course, you can talk about PlayStation references all day and be like, this game is perfect 5 out of 5, but I think the gameplay of it all and the way it looks so pretty. There's so many moments where I'm looking around and I'm like, goodness gracious. I haven't experienced one bug in the whole game.
Nope.
Now, it's so polished. It is so, and it's so rare to get polished games nowadays. And like, we'll talk about this later, but we went from Star Wars Outlaws to this.
Yeah.
Like,
Leaps
we'll talk
and
about
bounds
Outlaws
ahead.
later, but like Outlaws, man, there's just bugs in it. Like it's just that's end of the day, like that's what's in it. And that's a triple. And now this is also AAA, but like open world, like all this stuff that you kind of need to nail. And Astro Bot's so simple, and it's just I haven't experienced any problems with it. And like that's so rare in today's world to get a non-buggy video game.
That's
So
true.
yeah, that's my thoughts on it, like overall. So now we're gonna get like a little more spoilery because we're gonna talk about favorite worlds and stuff like that.
Oh God.
So I want to go around the table. First of all, I don't want to talk about worlds yet. I want to talk about your favorite abilities in Astro Bot. You know the abilities you would get when you like you go into a certain world and sometimes you get the frog fist where you punch or like stuff like that. So I want to go around the table. I won't start with you. I'll start with Ethan instead.
Okay.
We'll switch it up.
Okay.
Your favorite ability in Astro Bot and why?
I'll be honest. I probably have to go with it's like the VR thing where it's like you can slow down.
Slow down time. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Because
it's awesome.
everything's moving so fast, and you just hit that, and it's just like
And it still works, and it still isn't buggy. It isn't buggy either.
no. And then, but also you have to like time it just
Yeah.
right too for most of them, so you can.
Yeah.
And it's just that was I don't know. It was. I'll say it after. But
Okay.
But like it's just, and then I like how you have to use it again to beat the boss at the end of the
True.
galaxy. It's just
Yeah.
mm,
That's
I
one thing
like
I've
that one.
that's one thing I've liked too is like the abilities you get impact how you play against the boss at the end. Like you use it the whole time, and it's not like all right, you got to the boss, now you just have to fight it. Like you have to actually use that ability to beat the boss, and the bosses aren't anything like crazy, but like
And then their stuff plays into like because like the one that I'm thinking of, it's the
like the world you're thinking
I
of.
think it's like a frog or something.
Oh.
Where it'll spit the buzzsaws at you and you hit that to slow it down. You
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the fire chameleon.
Yeah,
The
the chameleon. Yeah,
Those are cool.
But-
Yeah.
It was just it was so much fun.
nice.
That's my
Canaan,
favorite one.
what's your favorite ability in Astro Bot?
I'm gonna have to agree with him.
Slow down.
The slow time thing.
Yeah.
Like every time I did it, like what popped in my mind is just if I could put time in a bottle.
Quicksilver running around.
It was part of that for me, but like on the first world we played, it had like we're doing the spoilers, right?
Oh yeah, this is
Okay.
spoiler time. Yeah.
It was in the casino world. It was the first time you got it.
Yeah.
And that was like the Persona one. I just love the way
Oh,
the
yeah.
way they did that. They had the chips falling. You could slow time and then like jump on those
Mhm,
and then like
yeah.
the darts and stuff.
They had the lottery machines. You could slow down time and get the
Yeah.
jackpot. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, and actually they had a bot in one of those. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Okay. And
Oh no.
yeah, I just that one was probably like my favorite one, and just like visually it looked cool too.
Nice.
I mean, a close second might be the one where you were in the tree and you were jumping on top of the like you put no, well that one too. Jeez, all of them are
All
good.
of them are great.
All of them are really great.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's probably the time one is my favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna ask James. Same question. Favorite ability?
All right, now to stray away, although I love the inclusion of the PSVR, I thought that was a great inclusion for that
Because like,
ability.
who else would use it? You know,
Yeah,
they got to be
like-
like, buy it, please, please
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah. Personally, I really enjoyed the shrink ability.
We can both talk about it.
Oh yeah, we're both talking. But you know, when I first played the intro level that introduces that ability, I was genuinely just wow.
It's just a whole other level.
Wow.
When you shrink. Wow.
Wow. No, I genuinely thought it was like it's so seamless.
Yeah.
Like and that it genuinely impressed me because you know any other game it's either clunky or you can tell they had some workarounds.
Yeah.
To do the shrinking.
Yeah.
But that level, it's just you get the ability and it's like it's seamless.
I'm just smaller,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
the level
it's just-
changes and
Yeah, James.
adapts to where you're smaller, and it's just like, ugh.
James, I'm not sure if it was this way for you, but when that happened, that was genuinely the part where I was just like, oh,
yeah,
they
they
had ideas and they like.
Yeah, they really took off with making sure that they got full utility out of the PS5.
oh yeah,
And I
Yeah.
definitely noticed them trying to push those boundaries
Oh, yeah,
a lot of the
100%.
time.
And it
throughout
worked.
The game. And it just worked.
yeah.
It's just such a great experience. But on the topic of the time slow, speaking about those slot machines,
Uh huh.
I wasn't thinking, and I just
Were you trying to get it like in real time?
No, I did all of those slot machines without the time slow because I wasn't
That's
thinking. And I was just
crazy.
like, oh,
Wow.
I gotta get the jackpot.
You gotta go get a lottery ticket now. You got them all.
yeah. I just
Got real
'cause
lucky.
I was like, oh, dude, I gotta hit it. So I just sit there and I'd watch it and I'd time it and I'd hit it after a couple tries and I'd get it and I just didn't think
Wow.
about the time slow and I was just
You're just having fun.
I
Hey,
was
but
ju- I
that's
was
that's
having
something
fun.
that
I was
Astro Bot
just-
does, though. You can kind of
Yeah.
approach things a lot of different ways. Cool. All right, Braven.
I'm gonna be different as well. My favorite ability is the dog on the back where you can boost, like
You can
boost around.
Yeah, you can like just like I don't even know, like spear people. I guess.
Spear people. Like that's just thing. I think it's a thing I do in video games now. I just like the ability to move fast and like run around as fast as I can,
Yeah.
and that helps, especially like you use that ability in the genie fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like I need to move.
Yeah.
This is Elden Ring boss fight. I need to move.
Start dodge rolling everywhere.
I was like, I need to move and I need to do it now. So that the dog on the back with the booster and just like boost you out of the way. That was the key for me. I was like, yeah, because Oh, you're gonna get mad at me. The Genie's Revenge. I tried that.
I hated Genie's Revenge.
Yeah.
Why do I have to fight it
I was
twice? You
gonna
know?
say, speaking of like Elden Ring boss, the alien at the end with the sword when you have the bulldog on your back.
Yeah.
I was like, how do I do that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. And you're like,
just like, bah, 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 bah. I was like, oh my god.
I was like, is this what it's like to fight Radon?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, dog.
Yeah, the dog is my favorite. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah.
Before I say mine, I want to say like every ability. There's some abilities that are like not as fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's just gonna happen. But the way they use them, it feels fresh like every time. Like I'm like, all right, there's no way they can make this ability fun. I'm literally just boosting up in the air. Like how, like
When you have to like grab something.
and then
pull
like
out of the
it
ground.
is like they still are managing to like, oh wow, that was a cool way to use that. And like it is a platformer at the end of the day, obviously. So there's gonna be some challenge to it, but it is like a tailored challenge, if that makes sense. Because I feel like Mario is a little more free-ranging in how you can do things. In Astro Bot, it's more like streamlined. Like you have to use this ability to do this. You have to use this to do this. You have to use this, and it feels like an experience to just have all these abilities and use them in ways that still surprise you every time. You're like, well, what am I going to do with this? And then it comes up with some cool way for you to do it. And you're like, oh, this is sick. Like the achievement where you had to grab, there's like you have to grab 2 tongues from these worms with the is it like the frog gloves?
Yes.
I think, and you have to kill them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I thought I could just I can only grab like one thing, and they're like, no, actually you can grab 2 things at once. And I was like, because you use both the triggers, like it's just like what in the world?
Yeah.
But
I accidentally did that, and I was like, oh.
yeah. But my favorite ability is probably not the time one, the shrink one, because like it is one of those things where you get it and you're like, what's this? And then the cage goes above you, and you're like, okay, it has I'll press the trigger, it has something to do with this, and you go smaller, and the whole level changes. The whole like level, the music, it's a whole new level that you're doing.
You can tell like if you look up, you can see where it's like this same level, but it's like
Yeah, down here it's like a whole other thing. You're platforming on different things that you look at and you're like, there's no way I'll be able to jump on top of that. And the game's like, no, that's what you're supposed to do when you're this small. And it's just like, what the heck? Like, and it's seamless. Like we talked about, like no issues whatsoever with that. And you would think you would have multiple issues.
I was gonna say I love to like you get under like the logs and you can grow big and it just right down.
Yeah.
Like, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, another thing, like the logs that like are bigger, like jumping over it with your lasers and it cuts.
Yeah.
Like that's another small thing where I was just like, that could get really buggy really quick. And it worked. Like nothing. Like it was just nothing.
in the Horizon one with the cables and you can go over top of it and it just slices them in half.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's so
Like it's just like, I don't know. Like there's all the abilities do this, but it's just like you get it and you're like, well, what am I gonna do this with? And then you do something, you're like, oh, that was awesome. Can I do that again? Like it's so satisfying to be able to do that. But yeah, that's my favorite ability. All of them are great though.
Yeah.
It's so hard to
I
choose.
wanted to give my honorable mention.
What?
When when you can turn into the ball. You're
Yeah.
a
Oh
ball.
yes.
Oh,
First off,
yeah.
I
That was
love
fun,
just
too.
going around enemies and they were just like hitting me and I was like,
Yeah, I like the. Oh yeah, that's right. Where you could parry like the floors that like hit you when you're the little ball.
Oh
and
god,
stuff.
it's parrying.
Yeah.
My close second would have to be the sponge. I actually really enjoyed
I
the
like
sponge
sponge,
levels.
too.
Yeah.
Wait, what
this-
about was it the rubber ducky where you spray the
Yeah,
water?
Oh, okay. Well, that's more or less an item, but
Yeah.
you know that I really enjoyed the sponge levels.
The sponge
I-
level was fun.
you can
Like
tear
the-
through everything. 'Cause you're
Yeah,
huge.
and you're
Yeah.
huge.
like
yeah.
the theming, and you're just that big Mario
Yeah,
kind of.
you look like the gingerbread man in Shrek 2. You know, just kind of walking around.
I was about to say that
the Muffin Man.
that's I was about to say that. Now you say that, I forgot about that one because I love that world. That's
Yeah.
my second.
I know,
That's a good
like
one.
it's very one off. They don't use it very much, but like when they do use it,
It's a one-off thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
like,
they don't really have to put a
it's
lot of
just
love and care
one-off.
into it because it's one.
yeah, but
It's still just,
it was just like
Still good.
it's so good.
it still
It's
works
so
just
good.
fine. I like the items like the rubber ducky or like the light that reveals
Mhm.
paths like on like the haunted worlds and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. Like that was like so cool, and you get to throw them at the ghosts and all that stuff. Like, oh, it's just so cool. Ethan, you were gonna say something? I thought you were. I thought you started talking, and I started talking at the same time. Maybe you forgot it.
Forgot it, yeah.
Yep, you did.
Yep. There we
But,
go.
anyways, now to get into more heavy spoilers. Favorite worlds, because
Oh boy.
I'm sure some of our favorite worlds are going to be ones that have certain people in them. So, Braven, I'll start with you.
Oh, you already know.
because I know yours. So, go
I'm gonna
ahead.
go immediately.
Spoiler.
So Dylan was there for my reaction for it because I actually did not
I had
know.
to be there. Yeah.
It's the Uncharted world.
Yep.
If you know me, Uncharted is like one of the like
He cosplayed as Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake.
And met Nolan North.
Yeah, when I met Nolan North.
Yeah.
Like, who plays Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Like, it's such, like, Uncharted's such a big thing for me. Nolan North is my favorite voice, my favorite, one of, if not my favorite voice actor. Like, he gave me Marriage of Ice. It was, like, really cool experience of him.
Yeah.
And when I beat the snake, and there's a treasure chest, I was like, who the heck's in this treasure chest? And Nathan Drake pops out of it, and the theme hits.
Yeah. Oh, we talk about the music.
I almost lose my cool. I start screaming. Like, I'm like, like, and Bill's like, yep. And it's an entire world. And we go to their world. And it's playing the theme the entire time, but Astro Bot themed. Yeah. I need this playlist. I need this playlist on Spotify.
Like now. Yeah.
Now.
Such a good soundtrack.
But, and they give you the gun, his gun, and
dude, and it's the gun from the attic.
Yeah, the attic
in Uncharted 4.
Like the little Easter eggs that are in this, they're just in this, like in the worlds are insane as well. Like with the characters, especially, like you get all like the characters from the games.
Oh my god!
Oh, excuse me, but like I had to read over like each character. Because they don't, obviously, it's not going to give you their actual name.
Yeah. Which I kind of find annoying a little.
It's kind of annoying.
Sometimes, because sometimes I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
'Cause I never played the game, but if you give me their name, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but I think it's more of like a, if you know it, you know
Here it is. Here it is.
Which is,
but
it's possible it's also like a copyright reason.
Maybe.
I'm sure there's probably somewhere in there
Yeah.
legal reasons, but the way they did it, I don't think it was like overly cumbersome when it's trying to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
So.
But no, when I said, when that is there and we're going through and finding everybody, I was like, this is so cool because it's playing the theme and you got the plane with Sully,
yeah,
and you got the turtles and all this,
you got the turtles,
and you got the submarine that was like beached up there, like just like the first game,
yeah,
and you're going through the temple just like solving puzzles,
yeah.
I'm like, this level is amazing.
Yeah,
they took like you can tell they actually really genuinely care about the source material, and you can tell that even in the descriptions of the characters. Because like you find Elena, and she got more valuable than any treasure. I literally, I had to throw my head back. I'm like, oh my gosh, they get it.
Yeah,
they get it.
Yeah,
they
really
get
do.
it, guys. I'm like, it's just so good.
Yeah,
in like the little achievement of like you had to go find the 3 like eggs.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's an achievement. Like, I get to go back and just search for this stuff? Yeah, I'll go do it.
Yeah.
Plus, that world gives you so much gold.
It does. That was when I was trying to, like, get to the 150 gotcha things. I was like, I have to get coins quick. I'm just going to go to Uncharted because I can just shoot everything.
That's one of the reasons. And then, like, I mean, I can't obsess over that, like, enough. Like, it just, like, Uncharted 4 is my favorite game of all time. And man, it's just so good all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Uncharted and the Uncharted world. And if that spoiled it for you, if you watch this far, you should have already played the game.
I'm gonna go and do mine real quick.
Okay, go for
Switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna have to go with Ragnarok, the God of War.
Oh yeah,
the God of War world. And like, there's so many other ones that like aren't the PlayStation worlds that are great. But when you get in there and like when I talked about earlier, when you play as these characters, it feels like you're still doing it. It still feels so good to throw that axe. Mm-hmm. It feels so good to do that.
It feels just like the game.
And then you call it back and you slaps back and you're like, yeah. The music, like, they do the same thing. They do the same thing in every world that you do. There's, like, every single world they do the theme of that game and then, like, Astro Botify it. Like, if that makes sense. And this one was like one of those things where like the beat drops when he goes boy, and it's just like, it's so stupid, but like it really works for this type of game. And like I said, when you play as Kratos, you have to find the green freaking ravens, Odin's ravens, just like in Ragnarok.
I saw that and I went.
Here it is again.
Yeah,
I saw that and I just looked at the tree and I went, no, I will not do this again. And I saw it had to be achievement. I was like, I guess I'm doing this again.
yeah. I saw the green ravens. I was like, oh my gosh. They're doing it.
Yeah.
And like also you get the big snake, the world serpent or whatever. What's his name? Do you guys remember? What?
Jormungandr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He was there. That was
with
really
Thor,
cool.
With Thor riding on his back, I was like,
Yeah. There was so many more. And then you fight the pig, like this big pig at the end.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
It was just like, that world was so fun. And like I said, throwing the axe. What?
You didn't get what the pig was named though?
Nidhogg?
Yeah. It's
Who's that from?
I think it's part of like the Norse lore. Like,
See, you know,
See,
lore,
they care. They care.
for nerds, you know. I'm just kidding. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they really do care about this game and what they were trying to. Like I said, with the axe and with even Uncharted,
Yes.
with the gun. Like Uncharted shooting mechanics aren't like the best things in the world. You just kind of point and shoot, and there's no really. And that's exactly what Astro Bots was. It was just like you just shoot, and it still feels just as fun to just pop, 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 everyone.
Yep.
And like swinging on ropes and doing the whole thing.
You're gonna make me go play this game when I get home.
The axe, just like in the game, where you throw the things and there's puzzles where you have to freeze the thing and go on top of it and freeze another thing to get on. Like it was just like, man, like they really do like. They've played these games before, and they had certain teams be like,
Yep.
play this game, play the crap out of this game, and come back with a level.
I need that job.
Yeah, that sounds fun, doesn't it? Yeah. But yeah, my favorite world, God of War. It could really go to so many. I even liked Horizons. And I didn't even play Horizons. Or I didn't even play Horizon. And I still liked it. Slow time with the bow.
I saw the Horizon one. I was like, I cannot wait to get to the
I played that.
Yeah.
I played that last
I'm
night.
so-
it was so
I-
much fun.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say I played that last night. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Horizon games. So like, I feel like that one's gonna end up being mine, but I haven't finished the game yet. So
Okay.
I gotta get there. But from what I saw of it, I mean, you get to fight a Thunderjaw at the end of it.
Yeah, you do. I can't remember his name. It's not a
favorite-
Thunderjaw. It's something
My
else.
favorite fight in the original Horizon game, I get to do
Blunderjaw.
as a-
Blunderjaw. Yeah, that was the name. The Blunderjaw.
I
Same
had to think
difference.
about it for a second.
Same
Yeah.
difference.
You get to climb a long neck. Like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ah. James,
That was probably mine.
your favorite world?
I'm struggling to remember, but
Okay.
what was the fourth one? There was Ape Escape.
Oh, it was oh my gosh. I remember the fourth one, like it was Ape Escape, God of War, Uncharted, then this one.
Yeah, then
Right.
that one.
I remember what you're talking about because I remember when that franchise popped up and I was like, they're doing this? I can't remember what
Oh,
it was.
I remember what it was. It's that weird like slime looking one.
Yeah, it starts with a B, I think.
I mean, I didn't really like it.
Look it up.
I just couldn't remember it, so I want to mention that. I think,
PlayStation. Keep on talking.
but probably my favorite would have to probably be Horizon. I
Okay.
just love the way they did the bow. I just like just the way they include the time slow when you're in midair. You know, just the simplicity of just one button.
Yeah.
You know, I just every all the references, all the little details they added, I thought it was just great.
I agree.
Very well implemented.
I'm trying to find this freaking
What's it called? Wait, which world y'all trying to think of?
the one after Uncharted.
Like that weird like
It's a kid's it's
yeah,
a kid's game.
Yeah,
Oh,
kids
it's the roll ball one.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Loco Roco. Yep.
I was about to say he's the one that said it. That's why I was trying to.
Loco Roco.
I only know that because of the.
Give him the mic. He's talking.
I only know of that game because of the PlayStation All Stars, the brawl game. Remember when we played that?
Wait, they have that in that game?
I remember the Loco
no,
Roco, the music.
There was a map.
Oh, it's a map. Okay.
Yeah, but it was like the Loco Roco stuff, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen this before, but
Yeah.
okay, and that's where I knew it from. I was like, it's cool that they added that.
Yeah.
From probably
way back.
Way back
I mean, Ape
when.
Escape was another one. I was like,
Yeah.
what the?
Oh yeah, Ape Escape.
I will say, and the fact that in that world you don't even use the like stick to move your character, you're just
Yeah. You're just kind of moving your controller around.
It's,
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, keep talking about Horizon. What you like about it?
I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
I tried to utilize the motion controls with the Tripcaster because I was like, no.
No, not working.
No, it was very clunky.
Yeah.
After a while, I was like backwards, looking at my monitor, just like, am I getting it?
Am I almost there?
Yeah, because it's all built into the controller, so you can get uncalibrated. And so
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, trust me. Like sometimes you'll be like playing the game like this, like off to the side, and the controller will think that's like straight on, or like the game will think that's straight on. So you're like, oh, I'll turn it, and then you turn it, it's like turning like the other way, and you're like, oh no, it's uncalibrated.
yeah.
That's not the game's fault. That is my fault for playing the game in a
and
weird
I
way.
realized like every so often I'll be trying to hit a shot, and it's like I move a little, and my game gets off, and it's like,
Yeah.
But that's just them trying to utilize what the PS5 has to offer. So it's understandable. But overall, it's probably still my favorite, just because the way they implemented everything else about that world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Canaan, your favorite world as of right now? I know you haven't beat the game, but
Well, I mean, I technically already said it.
you said Horizon.
Yeah.
But you haven't played it.
I haven't played it, but
You said I don't care.
okay, of the ones I've played, it's the God of War.
God of War one.
Of the ones I played, but it's gonna change as soon as I play Horizon because I love the Horizon games. 280 hours on the first.
Oh my
game.
god, 280 hours.
Yes.
Wow. Baldur's Gate 3 levels right there.
I think I played Horizon more than I played Baldur's Gate.
Wow. Jeez.
I love those games, so I'm gonna end up loving that world. But so far of the ones I've played, God of War, and I just they put so much thought into all of the levels, so all of them are good. But
Yeah.
also, can I give an honorable mention to some of the Void worlds?
Sure.
They
The
were hard,
Void worlds.
but they were
They're fun. Yeah. They are fun. Yeah, and I'm not trying to discount like the other, because we're all saying PlayStation worlds, of course, but like the other like smaller levels are still like
The haunted one that you were talking
the
about.
haunted one.
It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
So fun, and like
And then the ice ones where you're skating.
you're
around.
skating across the ice. Yeah. I always like the tropical ones. You swim in the water and stuff. I always like the water. Swimming in the water mechanics are actually like kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dive in there,
Go down.
and then if you have the penguin ability,
One off, but yeah.
he has a one-off thing. But like when you jump up and you like jump out of the water and you're like a dolphin, it was so cool.
That is true.
I didn't like that much. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh.
I'm not a big water level guy.
I'm not a big penguin guy. The only penguins.
Like it. Like the way you would use one button to go up and down, and
Yeah.
it makes sense. But I don't know. I didn't
like the
something about it.
fighting enemies in there. I will say
Yeah,
that.
and
The enemies
fighting-
were like really fast, and I was like,
and it's like
yeah.
fell a bit off, and I don't think the ability really did much other than allow you to swim
Swim faster.
or swim like somewhat what you would expect.
Because it was that one world where you were underwater like a lot, right?
Mhm,
So
yeah.
I mean, I kind of appreciated them being like, "Hey, use this because you can
I
swim
mean,
faster because it's huge."
It makes sense. You
Yeah.
gotta have at least one water level.
Yeah,
mean,
you gotta have at least one, just one.
I commend them for that, but
Yeah.
it's not really my favorite.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I like the like the water levels in this more than I did it in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh
You
god,
know? You're getting a death
Chad's
stare.
getting a death stare from him. Hey, you can at least agree. Water levels in Kingdom Hearts, they suck. Chad agreed. All right.
There's also this cool thing. Y'all tell me this all the time. It's called Get Good. I don't know.
Get good. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
our advice for his Elden Ring run.
Yeah, Braven always be like, "What do I need to do?" We're like,
Get good.
Yeah,
I'm
just
like,
get
I'm like, guys, I'm just trying to find a way to get around this like tree, not try to fight somebody right now.
Skill issue.
I was about to say something and it just like completely left my mind. But Ethan, your favorite world? Go.
I don't know if it's just because I played it last night, but I guess I'd really have to go with the Horizon one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I did really enjoy honestly, that one might be better, in my opinion. The end battle with the alien.
Yeah.
Because first off, I told you, it feels like Galaga at the beginning.
Yeah.
And you're teaming up with all, like, the...
Feels like
the
Star Wars
ships.
Rise of Skywalker, but like kind of good. You know?
Wow, we're just hitting everything in this game,
Yeah.
man.
But, like... And then, like, all the ships they're on are just, like, the different PlayStations and different control stuff to do with it. I'm like, come on. But, like, it feels like Galaga, and then you go in and actually fight the alien, and it's actually fairly difficult, I've noticed. And then it just felt so good to actually, like, beat him and beat the game.
Sorry, I just got a report that Concorde reportedly cost $400 million to make. So I just want to say that.
Oh.
That game got canceled like within a month.
Yeah. Anyways.
Can I mention something, too? The fact that the end credits, I was on with Canaan, I was like, that's literally so creative.
Probably the best end
He
credits
goes-
I've experienced in a
he
game.
goes,
Yep.
I said, the end credits are a playable, like,
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, that is
You get coins
so-
from just walking through it.
that
You hit
is
them.
so cool.
And you're walking on the memory cards to display the credit.
I'm
Like,
like, bro,
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
just-
One thing I wanted to shout out, the hub world. Another world that, like, it's really hard to nail a good hub. You know what I mean?
That's probably one of my favorite hub worlds.
And like obviously, what accounts for it is like the bots all around. And if you hit one of the PlayStation character bots, they give you some like cool little Easter egg thing with like one of them's like Yakuza, where you hit him a million times and all the things drop out of his pockets or whatever. And like
Bloodborne will parry you.
Bloodborne will parry you with the gun. That's really fun. Last of Us is another one that I like. Seeing Ellie and Joel. What?
I sent this in the Discord, but when you get Ellie and she's sitting in the she's sitting in the position at like she is at the end of the game where she's just bawling.
Yeah, at the end of Last of Us 2.
I said, come on, PlayStation.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is another one that's there. You hit like the one from Rift Apart, and he like riffs away.
Yeah,
it was kind of cool. There's a lot of them. You hit Kratos, and Kratos was axing you. He freezes you. There's also an achievement where like you hit him and you get behind Thor, and he throws the axe at Thor. That's an achievement for him to freeze Thor. Really cool.
One of my favorite ones. Whenever you hit the Yarnum Hunter, and he actually like shoots the pistol like he's parrying you.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
what?
that's what we're saying. Yeah, the Bloodborne one was like, I was like, oh, I'll see what he does, and he shoots you, and you can't hit him because he'll parry you. It's like so sick.
And then when I think it's Solid Snake. Where you hit him and he goes in the box.
He's in the box,
I'm
from
like,
Phantom
yes,
Pain.
let's
Yeah,
go.
that was really sick. And it's like the noise that happens when you get spotted.
Or
in
you
Phantom
hit
Pain.
Ryu and he thinks it's his rival, so they start fighting each other.
Start fighting each other. Yeah, I like that one too. The Ghost of Tsushima stuff was cool too. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
I forgot that was even in there.
The dojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Hub World was sick. Do we have any other like, final thoughts before we get into like ratings and like other conversations I want to bring up after the ratings? Like any other pressing thoughts about Astro Bot? Anything else you want to say?
Which
I was gonna say our favorite boss.
You can do your favorite boss? Yeah, sure.
Oh, favorite boss. I'm gonna go with probably the genie.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna say the snake, just because of the
the snake.
Why don't you?
The snake. A lot of snake.
The snake. It's when I played it, it's fun. I like it. The what's it called? The platform you're on, it was kind of dynamic. It would change size.
Yeah.
It would get smaller.
Yeah.
But also, like, she'd hit her tail against the wall and have those things fall, and then she'd shoot venom. And I'm like, this is brilliant. And then it just kept going because she started slithering away and then shot out. I was like, all of this change. Like, it's great.
I'm going to be honest. The bosses, while I like the gameplay of playing against them, I don't think any of them are particularly memorable. Like you're saying the snake right now, and I'm like, I don't really remember who that was. I remember, wasn't there a crab? It's called like Wako Taco or something?
Yeah.
I thought his name was funny, so that's the only reason it kind of stuck out to me. I like the chameleon, I think, and the genie just because you have to fight him again. But like, I don't know that like when you're playing, like you see their design, and you're like, it's not really that cool design. But then you play against it, and you're like, okay, I like the things I'm doing, and I like how I have to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think that's one thing. If I have to say one thing negative about this game, is that the design of some of the bosses for me just wasn't like anything special. They just kind of pop out and they have like a kind of generic name, and then you fight them in a way. You fight them with the ability. The gameplay of fighting against them is fun and memorable. It's the names and the design of the bosses that I don't quite remember as well.
Which I think a lot of the like mid-world bosses are more or less just kind of like mini bosses.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the end of world bosses where it's a bit more drawn out.
Yeah.
So I can see why that, they're not as memorable.
Yeah.
But I still think they were like good gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Like just
Absolutely.
to demonstrate not only what the abilities had, but like give a little skill test in there.
Yeah.
Just like, all right,
What'd you learn?
Here's a challenge. You know how to do.
Yeah.
go.
I agree with that. And that's what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, like the gameplay, sick. The gameplay never falters in this game at any
Never.
point in time.
Ever.
I think just sometimes when it's hard because it is a 3D platformer, so you have to compare it to other ones, such as the 3D platformer Mario.
Yeah.
Mario is very good.
I was thinking about Sonic.
Sonic too. Like they're very good at creating memorable antagonists, and I don't think Astro Bot has found that yet. We have the alien, but that's about it. Canaan, what you got?
Braven's over here looking at me because I don't care for Sonic games.
I literally just like looked at it, just like stared at him to his core because that pisses me off. But he doesn't appreciate glass anyway.
But yeah, that's the one thing I would say that's maybe negative is just like it's not going to impact my score of the game, but like it's very hard to make a perfect video game. So there's just some things like with the bosses I was like, okay, this isn't. There's some things that rival Mario in this, like Mario Wonder, Mario, or like any 3D Mario game, that it's up there with. But there's also some things that still show like, oh, Mario's still the pinnacle. You know.
Yeah.
So, I do think this has the capability though of being the next like Mario for this generation for sure.
Mhm. It's like PlayStation's Mario.
Yeah, I was gonna say another quick little thing. If we want to say, what's your favorite bot that wasn't like a main world, like part of a PlayStation world that you like, that you're just like you remember getting and you're like, oh, that's so cool.
I think it's obvious.
Y'all get. What do y'all think? Yeah, like
Yarnum Hunter.
Yarnum Hunter. All right, so
There's
James and
no other
Canaan, Yarnum
choice.
Hunter, all the way.
Joel.
Joel's a cool one.
Yeah,
I don't
Joel's
remember
cool.
getting Joel and Ellie. I remember being like, wait, they're in this game, and that's. So I was like, oh crap.
Or
Yeah.
the Cordyceps, where he's
The
like,
Cordyceps, yeah, Cordyceps one was cool.
I think seeing Snake for the first time,
Snake.
and then I was like, oh wow, that's what we're doing, and then you got I'm gonna say Ryu, and was another one because like he's off doing like the Crumble worlds, and yeah, it was your first Crumble world,
yeah.
and no, sorry, he was the first retro world, and then
I can't remember.
I'm gonna say Ghost. When you get Ghost
Ghost is
Tsushima,
cool.
I was like that. I wasn't expecting to find him in that. Well, I mean, it was a dojo area, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh, dope.
There was also another one in that world from Neo. I don't
Neo,
remember if you
yeah.
saw that. I was like, wait a minute, they added that in here?
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. I think. I'm
I
still
was-
trying to think of mine.
When I found that, I was just like,
Oh,
this is great.
it's one of the first ones you get, but I like Crash.
Oh yeah,
I knew Crash was going to be in it, but it was just like one of those things where like that was the first video game I remember playing when I was little. So it was just like one of those things. I was like, oh, Crash is in this. It's really cool, really dope.
Game of the year.
But like Snake's cool too. Oh, and Connor was dope from Detroit.
so I was like, oh my gosh, it's gone.
Yeah,
Um,
that one was cool.
And then there was another one I was thinking of where I was like,
Jack and Daxter was one
Jack
of
and
mine,
Daxter
too.
was one that was cool.
Oh, then you got
Sly Cooper was cool.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, yeah. He's thinking,
Death Stranding.
That's what I was going to bring up. Norman Reedus' character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Sam,
I
I
haven't
think.
probably-
Sam. I
reached
think
that
it is
world.
Sam. Huh?
I probably haven't reached that world.
Yeah. He is in it. He is a PlayStation character, so you know. But yeah. Any other pressing thoughts before we get into final ratings?
Oh,
Anything, James? What's up?
I was just gonna say my favorite boss.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say mine's the. I already mentioned it, but mine's the chameleon.
Chameleon.
Yeah, that's good.
Chameleon. I remember that one.
Cause like also the fact that he sticks out his tongue and just
Don't
You
you
got-
walk? Don't you
you
run on the
walk
tongue?
up the
yeah.
tongue and you-
yeah, and you hit him. Yeah, I remember that. Sick. All right. Time for ratings. Oh, I'll get this out of the way. There we go.
Oh boy.
All right. Out of 5.
5 out of 5. No questions.
5 out of 5.
No comments. 5 out of 5. Like it's gonna be it's gonna rival Rebirth for Game of the Year. That's how good it is. I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at Chad right now. Final Fantasy fanatic. He's going to.
Reaper's
We all
probably
are
still gonna
here.
win.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Well,
more.
Final Fantasy,
Oh yeah, but like.
especially 7.
Thank
yeah.
you. I never said thank you.
You never have to.
But no, I think it's gonna. It is a big contender for Game of the Year right now. Like
Nice.
just because. I mean, have you seen the traction on this?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Already said it earlier. My game of the year, as of right now, I think there's some that are coming out in the next couple months, and they're like, ooh, this could rival it.
boy.
But yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. Definitely one of the more fun gaming experiences I've had with the new game. Obviously, Rebirth is going to be up there. These are the only 2 shoo-ins for me right now for Game of the Year nominations. So, yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. James, what do you think? What are you thinking? You're giving me a look.
It's gonna be 5 out of 5.
Okay.
It's definitely beating Rebirth. 'Cause
Oh,
that's a DLC.
Rebirth?
Yeah, it's a DLC.
Rebirth's not DLC.
I'm saying it's DLC. Yeah.
okay.
It's DLC. It's DLC to me.
Okay.
It's DLC to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's trying to
I mean,
fight.
granted-
He's trying to start fighting this
Admittedly,
crowd.
Yes, it's its own thing. But if we're gonna classify what's a DLC and what's not, I definitely think that Rebirth is probably gonna be, in some other category, not Game of the Year,
Oh wow. At least for you.
or at least for me.
At least for
me.
Okay.
Personal opinion.
Because definitely it's gonna get nominated for Game of the Year. I think,
No,
at the
it's
Game Awards.
definitely it's gonna be up there because
Yeah.
it's just good general.
Yeah.
Like I'm not bashing on how good it is. I'm just saying that it might not just because I feel like it's more of a DLC.
Just like an
A
add-on.
really good, well-made DLC, but
That costs $70.
that does cost $70. Yeah,
And it's like a 45-hour experience.
yeah, basically.
It's like Erdtree all over again.
But anyways, back to Astro Bot.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Extremely solid game.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Kanan, what you thinking? You're not done with it, but
If we're allowing DLCs to run for a game of the year, can we just choose Shadow or Tree? I'm just kidding.
It's true.
But for Astro Bot, I mean, there was one bug. One time, one enemy didn't spawn in. That was it. But other than that, I haven't run into anything else. So I can't give anything less than a 5 out of 5. It's a perfect game. It knows what it wants to be, and it executes it perfectly. I don't have a complaint with it.
Nice. Ethan Justice.
Keeping up with the trend. Why do you always try and hand me that mic? Keeping up with the trend. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. Like Canaan
Wow, a
said.
consensus?
I know.
When was the last time we had this?
I don't know.
5 out of 5s. No, I didn't give Rebirth 5 out of 5. Baldur's Gate was a 5 out of 5 for all of us.
But like,
It's
kind of like Canaan said,
Yeah.
it knows what it wants to be. It keeps itself simple. It pushes the boundaries of like what's possible in
Mhm.
it, but it doesn't try and like get so convoluted in its story or anything.
Yeah.
It's just it knows what it is and it does it so well. So 5 out of 5 for me.
Okay, well, a consensus Hog Rider rating of 5 out of 5
Fair.
for Astro Bot.
It's a perfect
Certified
game,
must
say.
play.
That's
Oh,
crazy,
yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely a must play.
So yeah, game of the year. We're thinking,
Yep.
At the very least, it's a contender.
yeah.
Yeah.
A heavy contender.
I
We'll
was
talk
gonna
about
say-
more. We'll talk about more game of the year stuff. Obviously, later in the day, we have a lot of podcasts coming out. But yeah, so that's our thoughts on Astro Bot. Let us know in the comments below what you think of Astro Bot. If you think it's a 5 out of 5, if you think it's a 1 out of 5, which you would be a contrarian at that point, in my opinion.
You'd just be wrong at that point.
I'm not.
So, yeah, we have a lot of podcasts coming out in the next couple of weeks. We have this one, of course. We had our Warhammer review hosted by this guy right here. I'm not in that one, which felt really weird. Me and Chad were just sitting over there watching. We also have reviews for Black Myth Wukong and Star Wars Outlaws coming out relatively around the same time as this one is. That'll be fun. You know? Anyways.
At least for Wukong.
So,
No.
and then also, we are releasing in kind of maybe good timing. Tokyo Game Shows next week. Tetsuya Nomura has been talking. He's been talking some talk. He's been chit-chatting with people about this game called Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't know what's going on. This dude's just talking about stuff.
I'm about to say, I'm over here, like, on the edge of freaking out.
So we are doing a podcast where we will recap. We have, I think it's me, Chad, Braven, James, Ethan. We are talking about Kingdom Hearts, our experiences with it, and what we think will be possibilities of Kingdom Hearts 4. Don't know how long that one will be. It'll probably be a pretty decently long one. Hosted by Chad. So keep your eyes out for that one. That one will be fun, especially talking about Kingdom Hearts. Lord, you know, the story and the lore and everything's just crazy. But yeah, those are everything that's coming out soon. Also, for the rest of 2024, there should be an intro before this video or a video out, me explaining what's going to be happening for the rest of the year. So yeah, I love you guys. But yeah, oh wait, socials are in the description.
Socials are in the
Subscribe, like,
description.
comment,
Yeah.
follow if you're on Spotify. Rate us 5 stars. I haven't done this in a while. I forgot to shout out stuff. But now, I love you guys, but you have to say it back. Peace out.
And
Bye.